boys and girls. I am exhausted, but I have to play this game tonight. Of course, Zeta Fly here, Z-Money 32010, back at it again. You guys get the chubby kid all night long here, because I do not want to be on camera. I'm just trying to play this game, go to bed, hopefully with a W afterward. We'll see how it goes. A little sick, a little stuffed up, trying to get over that. But, you know, it's not going to happen because we have a game tomorrow night, my actual team. And it's supposed to absolutely downpour. So, don't expect to get better anytime soon, of course. So, we'll see how it goes. My few warm-up reps in. Get all for Demarius Thomas. He's an absolute animal. He went to Georgia Tech. He's a yellow jacket. I'm so tired. I'm really mad at myself for how I said yellow jacket. Alright, I want to throw one more good pass and I'll leave. One more good one. Outrun him. You're fast. You should be outrunning on Ryan. That's not even on Ryan. I don't know who that is. I'm not even marking guys right now. I'm all set. Let's get the game going. Thanks. Alright, let's check this out. He's actually a pretty good player, too.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field, just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Buffalo Bills. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he hits his man on the out route, Demarius Thomas. A big play there on the first play of the game. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a
like that.
Buffalo touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Bobby Rainey now to return it. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First and 10, it's Trubisky. Caught, right side, Gresham. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And a gain there of 11 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Green 80! Green 80!
A first down carry for Henry. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
He's the man. He's a man-child.
End zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the game, 17.
He is a man-child.
And the Bills are in for 6.
What up, brother? How you doing?
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Rainey to return it. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return.
No face cam today, man. It's late. I'm tired. The lights are off. I'm trying to go to bed after this, my dude.
Now as they get set to begin another
You get the
possession.
chubby boy
a touchdown their
all
last
day
go
long.
around. Obviously,
Give me
they'll be
the
hoping to do
eyes.
that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's got some space here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that one results in 35 yards.
Nothing's up with the face cam, man. I just don't want it. I mean, I can do it. See, it's just easy. It's here.
So the big play gets him across
there.
midfield now
keep
for
it on
first
there.
and 10.
I'm just tired.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20. On second down.
Oh, I just didn't come across it so far.
Over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just...
It's mine.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They begin with Henry. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Green 80. Sunday. Lucy.
Bortles to throw on second down.
What am I doing? I'm staring at it.
Intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now,
I'm like staring at it. I'm like, yeah, he's going with it. That one's going to be open.
So let's see what this is about.
That was so dumb. Come on, man. Trust what you're doing.
Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Trust what I'm
Give
doing.
him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go, let's go.
On second down, here's Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Just got to bait him and play my game, man. My run game is strong enough to beat him straight up.
Green 80. Hey, 5-0, 5-0. 5-0, 5-0.
The pitch to Henry. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
There we go.
73, 73. Green 80.
They'll run it here. This is James
That's the box
White.
count I love, but I
That
didn't
one
get
blew
any.
up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he
Didn't
could
get
even
any
get
support
started.
for it.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was awful. No one picked up the one backer dead center.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Green 80. Green 80.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And it's complete. Hooper. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Green 80. Green 80. Hey, spread right. Spread right. Spread right. Spread right. Smack. Green is right.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Switch. 73, 73.
shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Green 80. Go left. 11. Green is it.
Now Bortles again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Set. Green 80. Omaha. Green is it.
The give to Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
39, Lucy. Sunday.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Set. Green 80. 11B. Green is it.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football.
Make this clock go all the way down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Perfect.
2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Man, oh man.
Back to Buffalo after this.
Pummel that one.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Terrence Brooks with a pick. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that. because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is good.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Green 80. Green 80. Move. Green is
They get it to him running left. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's another second and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
Green 80. Green 80. 76, 76.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Green 80. Green 80. I'll go. I'll go. I'll go. I'll go.
Here's Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Just tackled him.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown,
all it takes is a penalty, man.
Washington. T.J. Yeldon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. Extra point up and through. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Here's Myers now to kick it away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose.
Really?
Into the Redskins have it, they do.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky, and it's caught.
That's crazy.
And he is
That's a
into the
crazy
end
change in
zone.
events.
It's the Washington touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky, and the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
That is a crazy chain
Extra
of
point
events
right
right there.
down the middle, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Holy crap. 17-7 turns to 21-17
Here's Myers
just
now
like
to
that.
kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more
Wrong
shot
side.
before the clock runs out.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Crazy.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see.
I'm not even aggressive right
See if they do just that.
Put the first game back on this.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the give, this is Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action. Trubisky. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On 3rd down, Trubisky going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing now is Bortles. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Face cam's on, brother.
Because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
What's going on? I figured it out. No worries.
Green 80. Green 80.
Tight trap.
Green is up.
They stay on the ground with White. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did it.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Desmond Bryant getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Y equals MX plus B. I'm surprised you guys still do that in school.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is up.
To throw, it's Bortles. This is White on the screen. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again.
Didn't call you dumb.
A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. Green 80. Green 80. Green is on.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he finds Stills complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Flush to his right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Green 80. Green 80. Sunday, Sunday.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? To throw is Bortles. Flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And here come the Redskins now. And
now, brother.
the
It was Taco Bell,
interception,
actually.
just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack.
He's going to make some kind of adjustment so Carson's not in on that set.
Back him here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Trubisky. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Back now in Buffalo. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter play. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
18.
Now it's Trubisky.
Yes, sir.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll try and run some clock with Yeldon, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Yes, sir.
He throws there incomplete.
That pressure there.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This is Yeldon on the dump off, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Trubisky will throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down.
He didn't even make the play.
So let's see what this is about. Now for the point after.
He didn't even make the play.
The extra point up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Room here to run.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Bills getting set to go. Last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Steps away to his left. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
That's a double team on the point of attack. You're not breaking through that double team. Like, it just doesn't happen. You don't spin through a double team.
Inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Bortles. Flush to his right.
Move.
And his throw is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
That makes 0 sense.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
Lucy.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles.
First down.
On the left side, this is Stills. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Bortles got to have this one. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what...
I need to score here with enough time just in case I don't get a 2-point
throwing the
conversion.
ball. He's got a first down. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2.
Lucy. Hank.
Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Hopkins on the ground.
Damn it, I knew it was coming. I stepped on it too late.
The Bills will take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Damn, I knew
Not
it was coming.
totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down. Drake. And spins away. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Caught left side, Hopkins.
That's the ball game, folks.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Hopkins.
I had to go for it. And he was just like, yep, I'm just going to lob it up to the best wide receiver in the game.
Stretch their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Oh, she's over.
Make sure you stay with it, do all the right things.
Good night, brethren, is right.
Especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Oh, when you up 17-7 and you blow it and go 21-17 before the half, this will happen to you.
This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And finding the tight end Hooper. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. First down now, but that clock rolling. Bortles to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, wide open, complete. They give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
They had to go for it with no timeouts.
Is that why?
Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent.
I don't even care.
Like
I'm going to bed. I am exhausted. I'm so tired. Normally, I'd be so pissed about losing this game.
I know at points in this when you wanted to close
I am
your
so
eyes.
tired right now.
Because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy. But it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game,
Good night, Shrieks. Yikes. I'm so tired right now. Zach Cunningham is an animal, but alright, that'll do it for tonight, fellas. I'm going to bed. I hope you guys do the same. Later, everyone.